What's up guys, how are you guys doing? In this video I'll be talking about some of the memory fragments you guys can equip on pretty much everyone and they will work, okay? So I'm just gonna give you guys some of the base gears for each typing in characters, so you guys will get a better idea on how to use those characters with the right gear, okay? And yeah, let's just get to it, man. Let's go to this art of the memory fragment right here. And there are some memory like fragments that are actually good for pretty much everyone, guys, okay? For example, this HP set right here and this defense set right here, these are really good for like your tank character and your healer character like Mika, or tank character like Maribel, guys, okay? So these are good for general use, and same goes for this attack set right here, okay? So that attack set is also something you guys can equip on pretty much everyone except your support characters like Mika. They don't need attack percentage, but you can equip it on any DPS character, and this attack percentage is really good, guys, okay? It will just give you a flat 12% attack increase, and it's pretty good, man. It's pretty good. But of course, these typing ones that are like specific for like a specific typing are like are cards, or I guess gears you guys can equip on specific typing right here. Of course, order, as you guys can equip this on like somebody like Hugo or Luke, right? Because they're order typing. But yeah, this one like more mono specific. But something like this, for example, the void set right here, when a card is exhausted for one turn, 15% void card damage. So if you guys are planning to equip this on like someone like Rin, it's not gonna be too effective on her because she doesn't really exhaust that many cards, guys. So this yeah, you getting that 15% damage increase is kind of pointless, I'm not gonna lie, on Rin, okay? So Rin, she does need something like this, but you guys can't equip this on like somebody like Teresa. But of course, for Teresa, there's a specific gear you guys can equip on Teresa, which is this right here, okay? Teresa, this is by far the best set for her, right? 2 sets, increased damage dealt to target inflicted with agony, right? So for Teresa, you guys can equip 2 sets of this, right? And you guys can give her this gear right here, right? The void, because this will also buff her void card, as well as giving her the agony damage percentage, right? Right now, I think, for example, my Rin, since the void state is not that good on her, I have this right here, right? So I have 3 different states on her, right? So I have a crit damage one, which is really good, right, for her to do damage with, right? And of course, I used the crit chance gear for like main status for her, and I have the attack one because it will be helpful for her in general, right? And then I have this set right here, the Sate Scarab. I think this is probably one of the best sets you guys can put on Ring, guys, okay? Because it says 2 sets increase the damage, shielding, and healing of basic cards by 20%. And if you guys don't know what basic cards are, of course, you see this right here, like for example, all these cards that are written with white texts on them, they are basic cards, okay? For example, this one is not a basic card because it's a blue coloring, right? Same here, right? It's gold, right? The skills got different coloring, and these ones are usually the basic ones. Or the easiest way to think about it is the top cards right here, okay? If you just go to somebody like Rin, right, for example, I mean not Rin, like Melin, right? You guys can look at Melin. Let me just find her. Actually, let me go back right here. So Melin, right? Let's go to the card. See, her strike cards are basic cards pretty much, right? And of course, her kit revolves around summoning more strike cards to do damage, right? So draw 2 basic cards, which are the strike cards, right? So that's how you're gonna do combos with her. You draw multiple copy of those cards, and whenever she attacks, she just combos with each of these basic attacks on hand, and she that's how she does so much freaking damage, right? And of course, her ultimate also buffs the combo and basic attack cards, right? See, say 1 hit plus 1 hit to the next 4 basic attacks, which is amazing, right? So you're gonna get double the amount of basic attacks whenever you use her ultimate and then you use her combos, right? So yeah, so the basic card is like that. So I think for Rin, that's a really good effective way to use it, because this attack does pretty good damage as well, and same here, right? This one does pretty good damage as well, right? So you guys can definitely make a use of this basic damage boost, right? Of course, she's not gonna be benefiting that much from the healing and basic card, I mean the healing and shielding increase, but the card damage, right, and you increase the damage basic card of by 20, right? So yeah, it will increase her damage, right, on her basic cards, but outside of that, the healing and shielding, it doesn't really matter too much on her, right? So that's how you guys want to see this, okay? For Teresa, I need to change her gears because I need to put a void state on her. Right now I have, yeah, see, I have this right here, right? I have the I need to change the crit damage into void damage, because that's, she gonna get the most out of that, right? So yeah, Teresa, the void is straight, and the the, I guess the Agni damage boost one is really good, right? So yeah, that's how you guys want to look at these memory fragments, right? And some, for example, there are cards like this one right here that are specific to cards that cost 2 or more, right? And this set, for example, right, it will give you 20% crit chance of cards that cost 2 or more AP, right? And this, you guys should already know who this is, what this is gonna be good on. It's gonna be on Haru, right? Because Haru, her anchor shot and her AoE attack, they both cost 2 and more cards, right? I mean AP. So this card will be very good on Haru, right? Somebody like Haru, you guys definitely want to use that set on her, right? Of course, you want to get a main status crit chance, so you guys can crit more with Haru. For example, my Haru is right now, she's at 33% crit chance, which is a lot lower, right? Of course, but I'm not farming. I'm not trying to min-max the bonus status. I'm just mainly focusing on the main status. I am going to be doing that, like focusing on the main status once I reach level 50, where I'll be I'll have like a higher chance of getting 5-star, like a gold gear, right? Right now at level 40, each run you could only get like 1 gold gear, which is not efficient, right? Because it costs 60 stamina to do 1 run, which is hella expensive. They definitely need to do something about that, guys. Okay, gear to do a 1 run, it should not be 60 stamina, guys. Considering how the stamina issue in the game, guys, that is just way too expensive. But again, I worked with what I have right now, right? So as you can see, she have the crit chance of cards that cost 2 or more. And if you just look at her kit right here, all right, her base damaging card costs 2, right? And her amazing this AoE card also costs 2, right? So yeah, for Haru, that's probably the best set for her, in my opinion, right? And of course, for the second set, you guys, like I said, you guys can put a generalized set like attack percentage, right? This will increase attack percentage, or you could also give her the crit damage increase one, right? I might change that into the crit damage one. We'll see, right? But for now, the attack percentage is good, right? So yeah, there are specific ones that works off of card like AP cost and stuff like that. And there's another set that does similar thing as well. Not this one. I think it was this one. I think I keep clicking on the stage, bro. I don't want to do that. Okay. No, I think it was this one right here. No, actually. Hold up. Let me just find it. I keep forgetting which one it was actually. This one right here. Right. Yeah. There you go. Okay. So this one. That's another thing, right? It's a 4-state crit damage increase card right here. I mean gear, and what it does is 35% crit damage increase for 1 cost cards, right? So for cards that cost 1, you're gonna get the 35% crit damage increase, right? Of course, this is gonna be specific for characters with cards that cost 1 or less, right? For example, if you look at like Luke, for example, right? As you guys, he got a lot of 1 costing cards right here, right? So this one costs 1. This one costs 1 right here. This one costs 1, right? You have a lot of 1 costing cards right here, as you guys can see, right? Same here, right? The basic attack also costs 1, right? So on somebody like Luke, that set would be really good for him, okay? Because his entire kit that is costing like 1, and yeah, that will pretty much just buff your crit damage with those cards. And yeah, right. So this is very easy to understand, the gear system. I think it's not. You could also craft a specific gear, right? If you guys go to, let's go to a character, for example, right? I keep clicking on random placement. Okay, so if you go to here and you go to memory fragment, and you click on this, and it says craft, right? Right now I don't have enough material to do this, but for example, you could only select, right? You could only select the main status for the right side of gears. Okay, the left side you cannot select. They have a set amount of status you're gonna get from this. Okay, this one only gives you flat defense, this one gives you only flat attack, and this one only gives you flat HP. But if you go to the right side, you can select between a different percentage based status right here, right? Attack right here, we have health right here, you have crit chance, crit damage, right? Of course for this gear right here, for this side right here, for this, I think it's a necklace, right? For the necklace gear, the best one to pick up is probably crit chance, right? Because you barely get any crit chance outside of this. Okay, this gives you a massive amount of crit chance, right? At max level, it will give you 27% crit chance. So for this necklace gear, it's definitely you guys want to go with a crit chance for any DPS, I think, right? Of course, it depends, right? In the future, a character might come out that got like a base high crit chance, and you guys can't go for crit damage. But for the most part, you want a crit chance for this. Okay, you can also go with attack if there's a character that doesn't need to crit, right? If they come up with a character that like can't crit, then you guys can't go for attack percentage. Health is of course good for like your tank, your healers and stuff like that. But yeah, crit chance is by far the best one, right? And if you go down to this, I guess it's a cup or something, but yeah, this one you get a bunch more, right? And here of course the best one to get in my opinion is getting elemental type damage boosts right here. Okay, so there's passion damage, there's order, justice, void, and instinct, right? Of course you could go for attack percentage, health, same thing, right? For your healers and defenders, right? Health is good. Of course there are some support cards that scale off of attack, which in that case you want attack here. But yeah, but also most of the time support and tanks, they scale off of like health or defense, right? So yeah, but yeah, the best one here is probably going for specific monotyping damage boost right here, because it gives you you know what I'm saying, damage boost for your specific character, right? For example, if you look at my Rin and we look at here, right? I have this, as you can see, I have the void damage boost right here, okay? Because she is a void type character, and yeah, that will help her do even more damage, right? So that's what you guys want to keep that in mind, right? And then for the last one, this was the easiest one. You know, I feel like ego recovery is really good because it will allow you to ult a lot sooner, right? So if you want to ult sooner, definitely go for ego recovery. But if you guys want to do more damage, attack is always really good status to get for those type of cards, right? For any DPS card. Of course, for your support, depending on what the scale of, you could go with defense or health, right? So yeah, I think gear is pretty nice in this game. Actually, I do like it. Compared to Epic 7, I think I prefer this system over that, if you guys ever played Epic 7. But yeah, that is pretty much how memory fragments work, man. Of course, you know, you have this one, flat defense, right? Like I said, I went over that, right? But yeah, let me know what kind of build you guys are running on your characters, man. Of course, most of the time, you know, I think this passion, like mono specific gears like this one's gonna be good on that specific mono type character, but something like this, it's not gonna be good on Rin, right? Even though she's a void based DPS character, the effect that you get for the sets is not too good on Rin, right? So you don't want to equip this on Rin. But for example, for the passion, if you look at like the passion, right, the fire team right here, when using an upgrade skill, the next 5 card used get 15% passion card damage, right? This is amazing effect, right? Upgrade cards are easy to get, and by using those, you're gonna get a 15% passion card damage increase, right? Which is amazing, right? And yeah, this is gonna be really good for Melee, I think, because you know, whenever she combos, she tends to use a bunch of cards, right? So if you have 5 plus cards on hand, the combo cards, and you use her abilities, and she just, you know, she's just gonna be doing even more damage, right? I think this say would be really good for her. Of course, if there's a card that, you know, that doesn't work, that can't use multiple cards back to back in a turn, this is not gonna be too effective, right? Because it says, yeah, when using an upgrade card, the next 5 cards are used, right? But of course, it will be good, right? Because the effect activates right away, right after you use an upgraded card, the effect activates. So if your passion character only does like 1 attack, then you get that 15% damage boost. But you definitely want to utilize this when you are able to use at least 5 cards to get the max benefit from this, right? But yeah, it's still gonna be good for any fire type character, right? So yeah, the gear system is very simple to understand, I think. And yeah, hopefully you guys find this video helpful. I think you guys probably already know how this works, but if you guys didn't, there you go, guys. Okay, and yeah, of course, let me know again what kind of build you guys are running on your characters, right? That would be a cool little thing to read. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, of course, don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. And yeah, see you guys in the next video.